want to bring these things together. So my idea is this. Let's say maybe we start by adding a bunch of items into the list just to seed the data. Or maybe we start by cleaning up the data actually, then add a set of items and then delete a subset of those items. So basically 3 different tests. So the first thing we want to do is, instead of just creating another test, which is fine, we can create what's called a test suite. So what we're going to call this, kind of a CRUD test unsorted. So CRUD means create, update, delete. This case we don't really have an update, but we're calling it a CRUD test anyways. We're cheating a little bit. So the first thing we want to plug in is the cleanup function. Okay, that's fine. It's going to clean up the thing. And then we're going to add the to-do. We're going to add a certain to-do, or we're going to add a set of items. So let's copy that add set of items. I forgot to do that for unsorted list. So make sure we do that. So let's look at add set of items here. Let's do. So now we pasted this. We're gonna rename it to add set of items unsorted. And we're just gonna update the URL to unsorted list, okay? Now, let's go back to the module under test suites, this tab here, CRUD test unsorted, and make sure that we plug in the cleanup unsorted items and add set of items unsorted and see what we get. Usually, sometimes you can't rely on the initial data state, so it's good to have a cleanup function that runs before anything else. And now we'll see that this says, okay, no more items. And then it's also going to add a set of items here. That's good. We have apples, coconuts, and oranges. Now, if we want to, we can also say, let's delete a specific item here, okay? We created the delete to do, and we remember it takes a parameter. So what we're going to do now is, on the parameter side, we can actually hit this little magic wand, and it's going to tell us what's the name, what is it named, because you know the receiving test case has the parameter name, and I'm going to say coconuts here, okay? And we're going to see if this manages to clean up, add the items again, and delete the specific item, coconuts. So now we have kind of an unnecessary clean. We clean up everything, we restore the data back, but at least we know that we guarantee the initial data state, and then we see it deletes coconuts. Okay, so this is how you can kind of work to build data-driven test cases that kind of send data between them. And of course, when you build more and more powerful test cases, this can be very, very powerful and also creates highly reusable tests.